Hi guys, this is Perry, or if you're on the Ultimate RC forums, you would know me as, well, Perry. But what I have is new brand of RC car that's just coming out in January. I actually got a hold of a pre-release through some begging and pleading and annoying the heck out of the company, I'm sure. This is what I have is the Victory Mini 1/18 scale monster truck, and this is the brushless version. And what it's got, this is ready to run. Comes with a sticker pack. There's a set of preloads in here for the shocks. The has all of the parts listings and everything here. It actually has all the parts listings with it. It actually has, even though it comes ready to run, it has the full breakdown of assembly for when you need to do your maintenance, which we all do, and which is nice. I mean, I like having that because I come from the days of, of kit building. Got back into this really heavily as the ready to runs had taken over. So I think this is where a lot of guys don't know how the assembly process works. This is a great thing to have for service and maintenance later on. Here is the truck. So this is again, it's by Team Bash. This is it's a brand new line. They're coming out with the monster truck, the truggy, and the four-wheel drive buggy, if I have that correctly. And then supposedly pretty soon they're coming out with a sandrail version that's going to have working lights on it. That'll be kind of cool. The cool thing about these is that looks very familiar with another brand that's on the market right now, but the price point's different. While I'm talking, I'm going to go ahead and cut this open. There's you'll notice that there's some similarities. You've got the FlySky rebrand radio. It's pretty popular for most of your beginner ready to run cars, so it's a good standard to go with. Didn't cheap out too much there on that. You run into that so much with a lot of this stuff. What they did, they used these zip ties here to hold this in here. My nippers are kind of dull, so. Okay, so there's the truck. Now, I'm going to set this to the side real quick while I take this other stuff out, and that way I can get the box out of the way. Anyways, that comes with the GT2. It actually says GT3B on here, but I don't see. Yeah, I don't see a third channel button anywhere on here. So pretty light. Let's see what the radio's got on it. It's got dual rate for steering and throttle. You got your servo reversing, your on-off switch. Here's your trims up here in the front. Not bad. Kind of feels about the same as all your other, FlySky rebrand radios. And comes with a charger. Now it does come ready to run. And the nice thing I like about this is that, and the reason I wanted to run so bad was because the Dave from Team Bash actually was on the Ultimate RC forums. Find a spot for this. And got the input of people on the forums, actually listened, said, hey, this is what we're working on, this is what we want to do, what are your ideas? So he worked with kind of as the middleman between input and manufacturer to make sure that he was ordering the right things, getting the right parts, speccing it out the right way, getting the kind of the best of both worlds with a pick and choose kind of thing to help out the beginners and the people who wanted something just that they could just pop in and go. So wall charger, and yeah, this is okay. This is kind of nice because it does come with a 1300 milliamp nickel metal hydride battery. Bear with me on this one because I kind of get that because it's a brushless truck. and it comes with a 2040 motor. I don't know the KV on it. I can't see the sticker on there, but you know, for the guys that are just getting into it, or the kids that are just getting into it, you know, parents researching this probably aren't going to want to get their kids into lipos right off the bat. So you get the 1300 milliamp battery, 1 amp charger. So this isn't like a 4-hour, you know, 6-hour, 8-hour wall charger. This is going to charge in just over an hour. This is almost 1C. So that's kind of cool. Saves you from having to go out and buy a charger. So we'll see how long the runtime lasts on this and what the speeds are. I'm going to do a couple more videos on this and just kind of see. But getting back to this, the brushed version is going to have the 2-in-1 electronics up here. The brushless versions do not. What he's telling me is, or what Team Bash is telling me, Dave from Team Bash was telling me, is that, you know, the MSRP on these is like $120 for the brushless, $95 to $99 for the brushed versions. But in reality, he said street pricing's going to be a little less than that. So this is a little more flexible than certain other brands. Take a good look at this. There's some other stuff that's out there. I'm not going to mention names because I don't want to get into that part of it. But it's a cool. It looks like a cool little car. The only issue they've told me is they are working on the oil that the shocks that it comes with, because this is a little thin. They said, you know, this is the first ones. We'll see how it goes. They said they want to have a thicker shock oil in there because that's a little. It's not too bad. I mean, it's probably better on a track than out bashing. Maybe. Well, I may have that backwards, but but a couple of things that I do see. Bumpers seem a little flimsy, but it is kind of nice. It's the same bumper front and rear. So if you're breaking one, you're just ordering a bumper. Stock up on spares if you have to. Don't know about the tires. They're not hard. It's kind of it's a little bit of play in there, not bad. It's a really hard shoulder, but it's a soft carcass on those tires. So we'll see how that goes. But yeah, so overall, I mean, it looks promising, especially with that. That's not a 2030, that's a 2040. I like that. I've got, what I'm comparing this to right now is I have a Turnigy 4-wheel drive buggy stadium truck, or Truggy stadium truck, and the RC18T running that brush. They're both stock except for the tires. So I'll be kind of comparing them against this to see what we think. And real quick, I never did ask what the mounting pattern is for these. If this is a 12mm, 8mm pin. Okay, so that looks like an 8 or a 7.5. And I don't have calipers with me. So looks like that's going to be the same as some other stuff out there on the market. So we'll see. And but yeah, I mean, it looks promising for roughly the same price as what the other brands out there, ECX, Dromeda. Who else just came out with one? There's Latrax has the Rally out right now. They're all right around $100 brushed. I think the Latrax only comes with bushings, doesn't even come with bearings. So we're, and I'm seeing bearings in here. So, we're looking at roughly $100 for a brushless 1/18 ready to run monster truck. So we'll see how it goes. Take a look at it, get it going. It looks pretty good. Just have to see how it runs from here and how it holds up, because we're going to be it's called a Team Bash, so that's what we're going to do with it. I'm going to run it. My 16-year-old son's going to run it. We're going to take it easy at first, take it out on the concrete, take you with us, and do some recording of that, and then take it down in some dirt, run it around out there, and then Dave, if you're watching, we are going to take this to the skate park, and we're going to be hitting some transitions, some rollers. We're going to drop it in the bowl, and we're going to run it. We're going to see what happens. we're just gonna run it on this pack for the time being, and then as it goes, we're gonna probably jump up to a LiPo a little bit later. But we want to see how it goes out of the box stock. So, yeah, there we go. Team Bash Racing Victory monster truck. Looks pretty good. Right about $100, and it's ready to go. Oh, and it is 4-cell on the radio. So it's another part that I like, just because it's one of those incentives. It's like, it kind of gives me the incentive to use that radio for a while until I program my other one to take this. But assuming they're on the same spectrum. So we'll be back and update it some more. Thanks for watching.